is $20 plus $5 for the Judiciary Driver Education and Training Fund. Originally, when we had this question on, we said it was $50. We were wrong, but if that got any more of you to buckle up, then it was well worth it. So keep buckling up out there. By the way, we have a score change once again. This is because the unusual happened. We had both Parker and Lahainaluna buzz in at the exact same time on the first of our speed round questions. The odds of that happening are like 1 in 3,000th of a millionth or something like that. It's unbelievable, but it did happen. So to make things more fair, we did have to deduct 10 points from Parker's score, but we still have a 5-point difference. Now Lahainaluna leading with 100 points, Parker with 95. That could all change now as we get into round 3, which includes a 15-point regular round and a 15-point speed round. And to get underway, we start once again with a toss-up question. Listen carefully. Here we go, teams. Journalist Harry Anderson is being held captive in Beirut and is presumed to be alive. How many years has he been held hostage? Lahainaluna.
7 years.
No, I'm sorry, it's 5 years. That means, Parker, you got to go first in our regular round, and you get to choose from these categories. We have either or, an apple a day, or show me.
Either or.
Either or, all right, here we go. We're going mining here. I'm going to list some important mineral ores. From the clues, you tell me what metals are refined from these ores. Here we go. Cinnabar is the ore of this metal. It's liquid at room temperature.
Mercury.
Mercury is correct. Pitchblende, from which of these, from which we get this radioactive element, atomic number 92.
Uranium.
Uranium is correct. Cassiterite, the main ore of the metal whose symbol is SN. That is tin. That is tin.
Oh, yeah.
Pentlandite, the ore of the metal which also names a U.S. coin.
Nickel.
Nickel is correct. Galena, from which we get this heavy metal used as an X-ray shield.
Lead.
Lead is correct. And bauxite, the main ore of this light metal used in pots, pans, and foil.
Aluminum.
Aluminum is correct. That gives you 170 points. All right, Lahainaluna, here we go. You have either, an apple a day or show me.
An apple a day.
An apple a day. Here we go. A is for apple, and that's what this category is all about. All your answers in this area will begin with the letter A. All the answers begin with the letter A. Here we go. Luminous bands of light called the northern lights.
Aurora.
That is correct, the aurora borealis. Partial or total loss of memory.
Amnesia.
Amnesia is right. An instrument measuring in amperes the magnitude of electrical current. Ammeter we were looking for, an ammeter. He gave Caesar's funeral oration.
Anthony.
That is correct, Mark Antony. The Greek goddess of love and beauty. Aphrodite we were looking for. In geometry, a segment of a curve.
Arc.
Arc is correct. That gives you 160 points. 10 points separate both teams, and that could change right now as we get into our second and final lightning round in this third round of today's Quizzard. Each correct response is worth 15 points. Get it wrong, 15 is deducted from your score. 10 questions, 90 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Fish as a group travel in schools, but these are words that name a group of what sea mammals, akin to Captain Parker?
Whales.
Whales is correct. Perhaps I can persuade you to examine this sentence and see if you can find the name of a common metallic element. Parker.
Copper.
Copper is correct. The U.S. Constitution specifically gives to the President the unilateral power to do which of these? Lahainaluna.
Grant reprieves.
Grant reprieves is correct. Fill in the blanks here, and you can name 2 fictional characters. Edgar Rice Burroughs' vine-swinging Man of the Apes and the fiery gypsy who titles an opera by Bizet. Tarzan and Carmen we were looking for. If you don't want to visit this city in Belgium, you can rearrange the letters to name a British tourist attraction, a prehistoric circle of standing rocks in Wiltshire. Lahainaluna.
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge is correct. There are no expressways between these two cities in 1860, but in that year, what express did Parker?
Pony Express.
Pony Express is correct. Instead of seeing astrolabes, the ancient mariner beheld above him a bird whose last name is an anagram of Lahainaluna.
Albatross.
Albatross is correct. What does n equal when 2n divided by 7 equals 4? Parker.
14.
14 is correct. These are words supposedly uttered by what first signer of the Declaration of Independence? Parker.
John Hancock.
John Hancock is correct. If you saw these words on restaurant menus in Dutch and in Polish respectively, you'd be happy to know that they name what tuber vegetable, a major crop in Idaho and Maine? Lahainaluna.
Potato.
The potato is correct. That gives you 220 points. Parker has 245 at the end of Quizzard. That means they'll be returning for round 2. We'll say goodbye to both teams and invite you back for our next game right after this. All right, Parker.
Members of today's winning team move on to the next round. One step closer to $30,000 worth of Quizzard scholarships. Plus, each will receive a JVC Super Bass Horn Stereo Radio Cassette Recorder and a $50 gift certificate from Tony Roma's, a place for ribs. All members of today's runner-up team will receive the official Quizzard t-shirt, Quizzard, the board game, and a $25 gift certificate from Sea Life Park or Waimea Falls Park.
And welcome back to Quizzard. I think you have to admit, if you've been watching our show for any length of time, one of the better speed rounds we've had today, and both speed rounds from both these great teams. Lahainaluna from Maui, great to have you up here. Thanks for being on Quizzard. And Parker from the Big Island, you'll be back for round 2. You're today's champs on Quizzard. We hope to see you again next time around. Until then, hit the books before you hit the beach. Brock Willie saying, thank you for watching Quizzard. Thank you. Yeah. Good game.
Look for Quizzard, the game you play at home. Available at fine stores throughout Hawaii. Quizzard has been sponsored by the Cutter Team, supporting Hawaii's high school students because education is the road to the future. By Central Realty, because our children's education is central to our future. By J&C Computer Services. J&C, bringing you tomorrow's technology today. By Shutter and Glickstein, understanding that education is critical because the law of learning has no averages. And by PRI Gas Express, supporting Hawaii's future drivers through many safe driving programs.
Tune in tomorrow at 6:30 as Hilo battles Molokai on Quizzard. Now, stay tuned for exciting men's volleyball action as the Bows take on UC Irvine live from Club Gym. Then it's 21 Jump Street at 9:05 and Alien Nation at 10:05 on Hawaii's very own KHNL 13.